Hi everyone! We're live right now, witnessing the rapid development of one of the most talked about scandals of our time surrounding the Netflix series Prékodni Vozrast, also known as Adolescence. For viewers in the United States, as well as those all over the world, this project has sparked a real firestorm of discussions and heated debates, since it touches on several pressing issues of modern society. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to hit that bell and subscribe. We'd love to have you join our community. To give you a brief overview, the series deals with topics that seem extremely relevant. It explores moral dilemmas, complex generational conflicts, youth issues, as well as questions about toxic masculinity and the influence of social media on our everyday lives. However, as is often the case, the project has become the center of fierce arguments and debates. The internet and beyond are abuzz with discussions over how significant and useful this series really is, whether it holds the importance its creators claim, or if, as some more conservative viewers suggest, it's simply a shameless swap of definitions, outright anti-white propaganda, and a deliberate attempt to pin all of society's ills on toxic men. Interestingly, in the United Kingdom, authorities are even seriously considering the possibility of making adolescence a mandatory viewing in schools. Imagine that. A scenario where the Prime Minister is discussing this series as educational material to help children navigate modern social issues. Of course, if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel right now. Your opinion really matters. Let's dive a bit deeper into what's happening. Back in mid-March, Netflix premiered a 4-episode miniseries entitled Prékodni Vozrast. The series quickly became a massive hit, generating both admiration and criticism. The plot tells an incredibly dramatic story in which a 13-year-old boy is accused of taking the life of a classmate. I won't spoil anything here, so you can fully enjoy watching it, but the main idea is straightforward. The creators claim that their story isn't based on a specific case, but is instead a collective representation of similar tragic incidents that occurred in the United Kingdom. Nevertheless, millions of internet users have formed a very different opinion. One of the most striking examples of the criticism is the reference to the confessions of Stephen Graham, who not only served as a co-writer and one of the key actors in the project, but was also involved as an inspirational figure behind the series. His comments that his inspiration for creating the show came from real-life crimes against Eliana Andom and Ava White, committed by black immigrants or their descendants, immediately sent shockwaves throughout the community. On Twitter, numerous viral posts by well-known bloggers such as Ian Miles Chong and Kate Udds accuse the creators of the series of being too afraid to tell the whole truth and switching the race of the main character. In the eyes of some viewers, this looked like a deliberate act of anti-white propaganda meant to manipulate public opinion. However, as our detailed analysis reveals, the situation is much more complex. Just last week, Jack Thorne, the screenwriter of Adolescence, categorically refuted all these accusations. In one of his interviews, he stated that not a single element of the series is based on real events. According to him, transferring real-life tragedies to the screen is absurd, and any claim that these crimes are committed exclusively by black teenagers is entirely false. Thorne also emphasized that his goal was to examine the issue of toxic white masculinity, to understand the roots of inner male rage, and to analyze how this subculture influences society. If you agree with our perspective, please be sure to leave a like and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Despite all the controversies, the creators themselves continue to insist that their work is aimed at showcasing the full complexity and multidimensionality of modern social issues. In one interview, they claimed they wanted to not only show the overt expressions of aggression and hatred, but also the internal struggle of a person trapped in a toxic environment. This, they say, sparked the creation of Adolescence. In their view, modern society is undergoing a crisis of traditional values, and the series serves as a mirror, reflecting the problems of both youth and adults. If you enjoy keeping up with these kinds of debates, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more reviews and analytical pieces coming your way. Now, let's take a closer look at the supporters of the project. A number of critics and viewers point out that Adolescence has brilliantly highlighted the major issues of our times, from misogyny and aggressive behavior to the destructive influence of social media on daily life. They claim that the series demonstrates how even an innocent and seemingly harmless young boy can, under the weight of external pressures and strict social norms, end up committing a tragic act. It's important to note that this isn't just a narrative device. It's an attempt by the creators to draw attention to real problems such as unstable upbringing, peer pressure, and even family issues. If you agree with this perspective, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Nevertheless, alongside the enthusiastic reviews, there are critics who argue that the series isn't merely an exploration of societal issues, but also an explicit attempt to manipulate public opinion. Some experts believe that the creators of Adolescence intentionally altered the racial characteristics of certain characters. For example, instead of portraying a genuinely black teenager as the central figure in the story, they opted for a white protagonist. This so-called racial substitution has sparked widespread outrage among critics who feel that historical truth has been distorted for the sake of biased political correctness. One publication in a popular British media outlet vehemently criticized this approach, claiming that the change reveals an attempt to create a new witch hunt, one in which the blame is not directed at specific criminals, but at an entire segment of society. If you find this provocative and intriguing, please subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts in the comments. Furthermore, critics also point out that the series heavily relies on stereotypes related to exaggerated masculinity. Some argue that the focus is on portraying the overly aggressive behavior of the boy's father, his constant conflicts with his friends, and family issues, which creates the image of a toxic man embodying all the vices of modern masculinity. These arguments have resonated with a large audience, with many agreeing that the series seems to lay the blame for all societal problems on excessive male aggression. On the other hand, defenders of the project insist that the creators' goal wasn't to single out any specific group, but to let the audience draw their own conclusions about the influence of upbringing, social norms, and family values on a person's character. It's also important to note that along with the discussions on masculinity and racial politics online, debates have erupted about how the series is being received in different countries. In the United Kingdom, where the series has created an enormous public stir, there are even discussions about making it compulsory viewing in schools. Imagine that. The British Prime Minister has publicly stated that Adolescence is not merely an entertainment product, but a serious educational tool capable of helping young people understand the intricate issues of today's society. Of course, this initiative has garnered both support and fierce opposition. If you enjoy deep discussions and want to learn more about various viewpoints, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. This is where the hottest topics are always being debated. Supporters of the series argue that the project is an excellent example of how to successfully blend an engaging storyline with a rich social agenda. They point out that Adolescence manages to strike a balance between an emotionally charged drama and an objective analysis of public issues. According to them, the series addresses universally relevant questions: how a child's character is shaped by the adult environment, how modern technology and social media influence young minds, and what role traditional notions of masculinity and femininity play in that process. Many critics contend that even if the series does spark controversy, it undeniably makes you think. And that in itself is a huge success in the world of film and television. If you share this outlook, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Your opinion truly matters. Let's also recall some additional aspects gathered from online sources and expert opinions that help to elucidate the complexity of this situation. Many analysts point out that in recent years there has been a media shift. Viewers no longer want just entertaining content. They expect works that also raise important social questions. Netflix, as one of the leading streaming platforms, simply couldn't be left behind. That's why Adolescence has generated so much discussion. It reflects modern issues, even if certain elements spark controversy. Academics and cultural critics note that such projects can facilitate dialogue across generations, helping people not only understand, but also accept the diversity of social roles and values. If you appreciate content that provokes deep reflections, please hit that like button and subscribe. We always have topics worth discussing. However, despite all the positive feedback the project has received from its audience, it's impossible to ignore the concerns of those who believe the creators are pushing a hidden agenda. Supporters of the critical view are convinced that instead of objectively examining social problems, the screenwriters are deliberately playing on the audience's emotions. They argue that such manipulation could undermine trust in real facts and distort. We can't ignore the fact that the way the project is perceived outside of the United Kingdom is also stirring strong opinions. Well, it's here in the USA where the values of free speech and open discussion are held in high regard. The series raises even more questions. Many American viewers see in it a reflection of the issues that plague their society, from family conflicts to matters of identity and gender roles. Meanwhile, the Netflix platform, known for its willingness to take creative risks, once again proves that art can be a powerful tool for analyzing complex social processes. We encourage you, our fellow Americans, to share your impressions in the comments. Your feedback is extremely valuable. Moving on to a more personal note, I want to mention that while I enjoyed the series overall, the first 2 episodes felt noticeably fresher than the 3rd and 4th installments. After watching, I didn't immediately sense any overt anti-white propaganda or an exaggerated critique of traditional values. On the contrary, Adolescence evoked a whirlwind of emotions and made me reflect on various aspects of upbringing, the influence of social norms, and what it really means to be a man in today's world. If you've felt similarly, please hit that like button and leave a comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Now that we've examined both the positive and negative sides of the project, we can conclude that there is no single consensus yet on the value of adolescence. According to the creators, their intention was to investigate toxic white masculinity. But as is often the case, trying to tackle such sensitive topics only leads to a polarized public opinion. Some people see the series as a powerful tool for rethinking traditional values, while others believe it is an explicit attempt to manipulate viewers' perceptions and remodel history as the creators see fit. The final verdict is up to you. Each viewer must form their own opinion, and our job is to provide you with as comprehensive and objective information as possible. It's fascinating to note that even influential figures like Elon Musk haven't remained silent and have shared their opinions on the series via social media. This fact underlines how global and multifaceted the discussion is. Musk, along with many respected voices in various fields, expressed his support for an independent evaluation of the project emphasizing that any attempt at analysis through the lens of stereotypes and prejudice is completely unacceptable. It's precisely this approach that helps to view the situation more broadly, not just as another controversial series, but as a cultural phenomenon capable of shaping the thinking of millions. When it comes to the future of the series, there are already rumors of a potential continuation or an expansion of the Adolescence universe. Some industry sources suggest that the creators might go further by delving even deeper into the social issues touched upon in the miniseries, exploring more thoroughly topics like upbringing, identity, and how technology is altering our perception of reality. If you want to stay informed about all the latest updates on this captivating project, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We'll keep you posted on all the developments. In conclusion, Adolescence isn't just another Netflix series. It's a work that can provoke a dynamic and varied response from its viewers. It raises important questions, making us think about how our environment shapes our identity, all while serving as a mirror to contemporary society. Every episode leaves us wondering what truly lies beneath the masks we wear every day. And if you share our passion for open discussions, please leave your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us continue creating fascinating and high-quality content for audiences, both in the United Kingdom and here in the United States. Thank you to everyone who has joined us today. The debate surrounding Adolescence continues, and we invite you to actively participate. Stay tuned, share your thoughts and experiences, and together we can unravel even the most complex issues of our modern society. Your opinion is vital to us, and your participation makes our dialogue even richer and more engaging. We hope this in-depth analysis has helped you see the situation from a broader and deeper perspective. Once again, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to our channel, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Your support is incredibly important, because thanks to you, we can continue to produce quality, informative content for viewers from both the United Kingdom and the United States. Thanks again for being with us, and see you in the next video. Stay connected, keep analyzing, ask questions, and let's discuss. Together we'll find the answers to the most complex and intriguing issues of our time. This has been our comprehensive breakdown, filled with facts, expert opinions, and genuine emotions aimed not only at informing, but also inspiring new thoughts. Thanks for your attention, and see you soon in our upcoming episodes.